Hello, my name is Albert Alonso. My Canon number is 1276, and we are going to be talking about my first CCR. The first question I'm going to be answering is what social group is this, and what conventions did I use, and what conventions did I challenge? In this film, I believe I challenged only one convention, and I will explain that in brief detail when it comes up. Sorry. So starting off, he is shown here to be in a suit. He is shown to have class, as normally someone who has class or is wealthy is in a suit. And it will be shown here in a couple seconds. He does have dress pants on, and he also does have a briefcase on, which could show that he's going to work. Because normally in films, it is shown that a briefcase meaning that he is going to work. So starting off, you can see that he locks the car off the Lexus. The Lexus is a luxury version of the Toyota, also can signify that he has class. He is a wealthy man. So now we switch to a cut to the briefcase. He is holding the briefcase, hiding something in the back here, which is what we intended, walking towards this building. This building is supposed to be portrayed as his work. This is where he works, which you will see now. That we tried to try to make an establishment shot of him walking into work, but this is quite difficult to get because we did not have a work complex. None of us had an office except our friend Gabriel, and that is what we used for the apartment. This is what we used because the apartment has a office. So as he walks in, there's going to be a cut to the office, as you can see here. This phone is going to be very important in the next following seconds. So as you can see, you hear the background audio of a phone call showing that in the background there are people working. So as you can see, he brings out a file here that we will zoom into. Although the quality is quite bad, we are planning on fixing it in the near future. Hopefully it does get better. And as you can see, you can kind of see it. It says top secret, which at work, you shouldn't have a top secret file unless you work with the FBI. But he is not a part of the FBI. As you will see in the monitor screen, there is stocks. And I will explain that now. So as you can see, we used an Excel sheet with numbers to signify that he is tracking stocks, as the second monitor does have stocks available and the stock market. But a file does not relate to stocks. So that is the convention B challenge. Why does a businessman have a top secret file when his work is tracking stocks? So as you can see, we zoomed into the phone call, showing that its importance on what this phone call could be. This phone call reveals what is going to happen in the next following scenes.
What's up, Will?
So Will is portrayed as his coworker that is talking to him about a deal that he made with a certain worker, and that top secret file has the information of the worker being corrupt, meaning he wants to cancel the deal. He doesn't want to do the deal anymore because the worker is corrupt and it could ruin the company.
Yeah. Oh, Tony? No, I couldn't have the deal.
Tony is the corrupt worker.
Yeah, hear me out though. He's a liability. No, he's corrupt.
So you can see he's aggravated as Will is denying that he is corrupt and he wants him to stay in the company. Possibly he just likes Tony and he could try to save him, but the businessman is smarter than that and he knows that these files are legit and they show that he is corrupt. We'll get a zoom in the files, but it won't express anything, but we're trying to just portray the certain aspect of what this file contains.
All the files are here to prove it.
So as you can see, we zoomed in there to try to show it, but our quality is pretty bad, so it's pretty difficult to understand.
No, look, he's out, man.
So he's just in denial. He does not want this man to work with him anymore. And Will is just trying to backfire. But he is shown to be negligent here, as he doesn't want the corrupt worker to be working for him anymore. So he just hangs up the call as he says, "I'm done." He continues to work on his. So what we try to do here is pretty confusing at most, because it's really hard to get this scene perfectly timed. So what we did here is we used our phone to lower the brightness, which shows that it was getting dark outside, and then this is going to cut into a scene where he is driving back home at night. So as you can see, he is shown here to be still in his uniform, and he is driving back home, as it is nighttime, and jobs normally end around nighttime. So we use this music to cut out the engine in the car, because it is quite loud and it could be distracting to the viewer. So as you can see that we used a POV shot here to show his house and how negligent he is of his surroundings. He doesn't know anything about his surroundings at all, which will be shown in the next following scenes why it's important that this POV shot is needed. So as we park the car, the sound drowns out and you can only hear the music. We tried to portray it lyrically, but it didn't come up as needed. It didn't come up as we intended it to, so we just ignored it. So now you can see that someone is stalking him with the shadow figure right on the left side, and he is getting out of his car currently. And as you can see, he's completely unaware of his surroundings. He does not know that he's being watched. And we add the suspenseful music here to make it suspenseful for the viewer, make him like on edge, if you were to say. So now this is the important part. This is where you see the two robbers. You don't know who they are. They have two masks on. These could be Will and the corrupt worker, as Will was in denial and he did not want the corrupt worker to be kicked out. And this could be the corrupt worker being like, "Oh, we need to like get these files and try to stop it from being in public." So we add more suspenseful music. We want them on edge. We intend this to be portrayed as it is going to be violent, or you can already tell what the next event is as they are wearing the mask. That is a convention, actually. So they both nod at each other like, yes, it's time to go, as he is in his house. So once he turns off the car, you can see that we tried to fade it out here. He turns off the car, the light turns on, he instantly turns it off, and it shows the shadow figure, showing that this is going to be a very stealthy kidnapping, not robbing, sorry. So we use this red light here to show that these people are evil. This is also known as color coding. And red normally means violent or something evil. So these people are known to be evil. And as you can see now with this little cut, that you can see that there are weapons here, which shows that they are going to break into his house, probably through a window, which will be shown in the next following seconds. So we use an increasing audio of high pitch. We slowly use the audio as it slowly becomes going up and up and up and up. You start to hear it and you know that something's about to go down, as when this scene ends, the loudest pitch cuts and then you hear a window shatter. Cuts, window shatter. And we use this to portray that since you do hear a window shatter, you obviously know that they are breaking into his house and they are trying to retrieve him or retrieve the files back. And yeah, that would be my first CCR. Thank you.